Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I am your social studies teacher from Pakistan International School for the e-learning program. Now we are in the 7th week of the distance learning program, and this is the second lecture of chapter number 5 for grade 8. Dear students, this week we will continue chapter number 5 Industry. You have to complete a given worksheet, so be attentive throughout the video lecture. If you recall the previous lecture, you must remember the levels of industries. There are 3 levels: primary, secondary and tertiary. Today, we are going to discuss in detail about the first level of industry, that is the primary industry. Primary industry is getting the raw materials. These can be from many ways, but here we discuss mining, quarrying, oil and gas drilling. The learning objectives of today's lecture are that you will be able to understand and define the term mining, its types, and quarrying. Describe the structure and functioning of gas and oil drilling plant. And of course you have to complete your worksheet properly. What is mining? Mining is usually thought of as digging for metal ores, such as iron, copper, gold, silver, and for minerals such as coal or precious stones, generally deep underground. There are 2 types of mines: deep mines and open-cast mines. Deep mines are shafts sunk straight down into the earth, with side tunnels, at the level at which the ores, coal or minerals are found. This vertical shaft can go down as much as 2 kilometers deep, like the diamond mines of South Africa. The work down in the deep mines is extremely dangerous because of the danger of tunnels collapsing. You may have heard in the news about mining disasters, especially in the coal mines. Deep mines are extremely difficult to dig and needs constant maintenance, such as pumps continually running to pump out the water. The steam engine was invented in the 18th century for just this purpose. Open-cast mining is done where the minerals are close to the surface. Many open-cast mines, when seen from above, look like huge shallow bowls. Open-cast mines occurs when the minerals lie near the surface. Huge machine scrapes away the upper levels of the soil to create a large pit. Usually, there is a sloping road down to the bottom, so that trucks can be loaded up, where the minerals are found and carried up to the surface for moving them into lifts.
Quarrying is another form of open-cast mining, and is used mainly for obtaining rock. Pakistan is famous for its marble, which is exported especially for building mosques and making into other products like cement. Pakistan has vast deposits of limestone, which is the raw material for cement. Drilling is a process whereby a hole is bored using a drill bit to create a well for oil and natural gas production. Here one video clip is then sharing for detailed process of oil and gas drilling.
Oil and gas are generated from a source rock, organic matter buried in the depths of the earth. Once formed, they climb back towards the surface. On their way, cap rocks can impede their progress, and they accumulate in reservoir rocks. Here they constitute hydrocarbon fields, which can be identified by interpreting seismic data, a sort of echography. The data is obtained with the help of a seismic ship. To confirm the interpretations of seismic data, two types of drilling gear exist. Each is adapted to a range of depth of water down to more than 2,500 meters. The platform seen here is a semi-submersible which floats and retains its stabilized position by means of anchors fixed on the seabed. Platforms at sea are used not only for drilling but also for the production of hydrocarbons. This production consists of the separation of oil, gas and water, before the oil and gas is taken by pipeline towards a mainland terminal. Where it's impossible or too expensive to link the field to the coast by a pipeline, an FPSO ship is used, floating production storage and offloading barge. On board, the hydrocarbons and the water are separated. The oil is stored prior to being loaded on tankers and the gas is re-injected into the reservoir rocks. Gas from a field is taken to land through an underground gasoduct to a processing plant. There, if the gas is to be transported by sea, it's converted into liquid, obtained by cooling it down to -163 degrees Celsius. When it arrives at the plant terminal, the liquid natural gas, LNG, is returned to its gaseous state in a regasification plant before being introduced into the local gasoduct network. The LNG is stored in tanks before regasification. The crude oil is transported in a petroleum tanker, the capacity of which can attain 200,000 tons. It's commonly called a supertanker. The terminals capable of receiving such giants are few and far between. The ships used to transport the crude oil produced on an FPSO ship are of a much smaller capacity. The crude oil, before being refined, is stored in the port in large capacity tanks. The natural gas is preserved in reservoirs, artificial or natural. It's ready to be injected by pumping into the gasoduct network for industrial and domestic use, or as fuel in power generating stations. As far as the crude oil goes, it's transported by oleoduct to the refinery. There it undergoes a number of transformations and blending. A variety of finished products are obtained: LPG, petrol, kerosene, diesel, or naphtha, which will be used as the basis for the composition of plastic products.
Hope you understand today's topic. We learn new words today. Find the meaning of these words, that is, shaft, metal ores, scrape, decomposed, dry well, gusher, rig. Now coming to the most important part of today's session is your homework. Please go through the video lecture once again. Read page numbers 45 to 47 thoroughly. Check info box and all pictures given in these pages carefully. Complete the given worksheet properly. You can write answers to given questions in your notebooks. Dear students, that's all for today's session. If you have any confusion, feel free to ask your subject teacher for more clarity. Dear students, inshallah next week we will continue the same chapter but different topic. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.